it's so good to have you here with me on tonight's show, especially as we have such a treat for you. Yes, we have Graeme and Tommy from one of the most successful bands in British history, Wet, Wet, Wet. And here is what happened when I caught up with Graeme. Graeme, it's great to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm very well. It's been an eventful 18 months or however long it is. Everyone talks 18 months, don't they? But it's coming up for 2 years soon. So yeah, it's been crazy, but I'm okay.
Crazy times. But I know you've been out in the summer kind of gigging, and you know it must just be the best feeling for you, singing to the crowd, everyone singing back to you, right?
Playing live is what we're about as a band, and it's different when you're told you can't do something, you know what I mean? You can't go out and play to people, and as a musician we need that, we need to be in front of people, we need to play, we need to, otherwise we aren't musicians anymore. So yeah, it's been really brilliant to go out there and to play in front of people again. It's been a dreadful time.
Oh, I know, and us as viewers as well. Just being there in the crowd and singing back to you. It's just a wonderful feeling. So it's good to be out there again, isn't it? Well, we're gonna play out "Wishing I Was Lucky" from the Isle of Wight Festival, and I will be catching up with Graeme after this.
When my best friend wrote and told me that there may be a job in the city, I was living in a world of make-believe. When my best friend wrote and told me that there may be a job in the city, he would dream about another scheme, about another solid hall of dream, and a managed king of industry. You swear by mouth almighty, by the best but never something. Wishing I was lucky. Like kicking in the gutter. Wishing I was lucky. I was wishing I was lucky. It's the only life I know. Lie. It's all you ever do to make me wanna push on. Wishing I was lucky. Ooh, I'm living in the gutter. Wishing I was lucky. Wishing I was lucky. It's the only life I know. My best friend wrote and told me so.
The Journey. Now, all 12 tracks were written in lockdown. Your first album with the brilliant Kevin Sim. Tell us the journey you had in lockdown and how that all came together.
Here it's here. Well, we decided that we were going to, when lockdown happened, what can you do when everyone's kind of staying isolated and we can't really work as we normally do. So, we decided after doing some, where we did some lockdown sessions where we did some old tracks, it was like, well, the next kind of natural kind of progression from that is to write songs. So, not unlike what we're doing here, which is this crazy kind of Zoom kind of setup, this is where I actually co-wrote most of the album with Kevin, Neil, Tommy and Graeme Duffin, so it was kind of made in this environment, so it is a lockdown album, and there's lots of things that are different to the way that you would normally record, but at the same time I think as musicians we're robust, you know what I mean? Whatever you get handed, you have to deal with, and really, when lockdown get hands to you, you just have to go, all right, well, here's how we can do it, here's how we can work, and so it was made through that. The little things that you would never kind of encounter in a normal day in the studio, like somebody would play the wrong chord, and it would go round the houses. And then it would come back and it's like, that's the wrong chord, this is 3 days later, you know what I mean? So it goes back out there, it comes back in, oh no, there's still a note wrong in that chord, so I mean, things that would take seconds in the studio were beginning to take weeks and months, and it's like, oh man, I mean, the things that you just take for granted, where that communication as well, with people just looking at each other kind of, oh, that's good, I mean, you don't get anything like that, so it was a new way of working, but nonetheless it was fairly enjoyable, because just being able to create in that sort of way was,
get a whole album done.
Well, it was brilliant, and to be honest, had we been working, because 2020 was supposed to be a busy year for us. We would have been out gigging all over the place. We wouldn't have had,
exactly.
We've
so
done a lot. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Absolutely. And is there a track on the album that is your sneaky favourite? Is there one that we should really look out for?
There's one called Beautiful Sunshine, and really it goes into the fact that we were kind of, we were all told to stay in, it was raining outside, so we have to stay in. And it's basically, it's about that. We all love the sunshine, we all love to be out there. And
tell me about it, Graeme. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And so it was a good metaphor for a song, I felt, just in terms of, we've been told you can't go out, you need to stay in. So I didn't really, we wrote one or two lockdown influenced songs, but at the same time, I did, people have been through 18 months of madness, staying in, so you don't want to kind of get them down on the ground and say, right, listen to this, here's my lockdown experience, I mean, everybody wants to get out and do their own thing again, and maybe it's not the best thing to kind of, no, let's talk about it for 3.5 minutes, so in a way, it was a tip of the hat to that, and saying, we all love the sunshine, and it's somewhere out there, and we'll get there eventually.
Exactly. Well, we will look out for Sunshine on the track. Now, the album is released November the 5th, so make sure you get hold of your copy. We're going to put details on the screen below. Yeah, Graeme's waving it around there. We can't wait to get hold of it. And we're going to leave you now with Temptation, you guys performing in St Luke's in 2018. And I'll be chatting more to Graeme after this.
When the big guns start to shooting, with the bullets of deception, with a smile upon your face, you're going from second hand to almost blue. Well, I try to live life eye to eye. What I say, I'm finding far too tall. Show me one more sign, give me one more time. Could you give me temptation? give all the tea in China. And maybe all that you left in Amsterdam. Yeah. Well, I try to live like I do, but I say find it far too tall. Show me one more sign, give me one more time. Would you give me temptation? Show me one more sign, give me one more time. Would you give me temptation? Sing along for the love of the children. First I made me move until I'm so damn close. Take me back again and take me back again. Whoa, it'd be mighty thankful, but it's much too easy doing our job. Paying dues and learning bicycles. No, don't waste my fucking spirit.
Welcome back to Saturday Night with Hayley Palmer, and I'm just so excited tonight because we are joined by Graeme and Tommy from Wet, 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 and we'll be catching up with Graeme after this.
Ain't got enough, so I go out and get some more. It got so bad it nearly left me lying on the floor. I got the feeling that it's wearing on my soul, and I gotta get it better tonight. You know, raindrops keep falling off my window pane. They make my comfort day. Now I can hear them knocking on my door. Now should I let them in? When I look at your faces, baby, you see how the other half died. When I look at your faces, baby, I got to, yeah, let them come on in. Right out of order, better keep looking or she'll blow my cover. She'll get caught by big sister midnight. I will only tell you stories, you will only tell me a lie. I get the picture cause you never got it sold. I get it handed back, it turned into a tree of gold. I'm just a victim of the promises you told, and I'll count the cost of living tonight. You got to bottle the past and number the labels. Gotta drink to the future, feeling ready and able. Get up with the presentation and take no more to let the morning. When I look at your faces, baby, you see how the other half died. When I
Look, Graeme, we're going to play out Back to Memphis on the show now. This is your first single from your album, The Journey. I take that you could have picked a better first song, especially with Kevin as the new lineup. How did this all come about? What's the inspiration behind this one?
Well, after me giving you the reason for Beautiful Sunshine, this is another one that talks about, you know, I don't know if you're familiar, but in 1985, 86, we went over to Memphis and made a record with Willie Mitchell, the producer who made records for Willie Mitchell, for Al Green, Carla Thomas, all these great soul singers in the 70s and 80s. And so we went over there and worked in that studio, and of course when you're locked down it was like, right, we can't go anywhere. So in my head I'm thinking, let's go to Memphis, man, you know, let's go back there and relive some of our youth. And I just felt that the way the song had came about when we were musically putting it together, it was sounding like an echo from the sort of 70s and 80s. So when the Memphis when that tag word kind of dropped into our laps, it was like, oh, okay, this is where the song's going. And that's how I write songs, you know. It's like, I don't sit down and go, right, I'm going to write a song about Memphis in 1985, you know what I mean? You're sort of working your way through the chords and the melody and the structure and hoping that the words will be sympathetic against the chords. So to me that works really well. That was one of the first songs that we wrote for the album, and it just gave it a kind of really nice direction, and somewhere we were like, okay. And this is about a journey, you know. This is about Kevin joining the band. This is about us.
Oh, he just fits in so well, doesn't he?
His
voice.
Amazing.
I was just like, whoa, he came on the show before, and just incredible. And it was, again, meant to be. It just kind of fitted in, and it's just fantastic, isn't it?
He's an amazing singer. I knew he was good, but working closely with him.
Yeah, me too, on The Voice. I voted for him.
Me too. I mean, you know, I knew he was good. I just didn't know he was that good, you know. And that all comes when you share time on stage, writing songs, in rehearsals. You get a really close-up picture of what the guy's about. And, you know, I love him to death, man. I think he's fitted in beautifully, and he's been able to come in and make these songs his own and give us a new pathway on our journey.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It really does work. Well, we're going to play out Back to Memphis on the show right now. I've looked at this video and I love your dancing at the end, Graeme.
Hey, this is where I practice my dance routines, in this room here, so yeah.
That's where it all goes on.
Man, it all goes down in here.
We're going to play that out on the show now. We're going to be talking to Tommy after this. But Graeme, thank you for taking the time out. We can't wait to check out the album. Like we said, it's open out even November the 5th. We're going to look out for Sunshine. But thank you so much. It's so appreciated.
Listen, Hayley, great to speak to you. And I absolutely brilliant. Enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you. It's Graeme from Wet, everyone.
Said I wanna go back. I wasn't running when I hit the ground. I fell so hard that I'm just coming round. Though I wasn't looking, but I saw it in your eyes, and in the faces on the faded photographs. God, I've been searching my soul, yeah. Going back to Memphis, 'cause the rain is on my back. I'm leaving all my troubles behind. Oh yeah. Going back to Memphis, going right to the start. Into the journey touching my soul, yeah. Going back to Memphis, 'cause the rain is on my back. Leaving all my troubles behind. Oh yeah. Going back to Memphis, going right to the start. Into the journey of a heart.
Welcome back to Saturday Night with Hayley Palmer. It is a wet, wet, wet special tonight. And here is what happened when I caught up with Tommy from the band. Tommy, it's great to have you on the show. How are you?
Oh, everything's fine up here in Scotland, yes. It's, the weather's starting to change. It's turning into winter. But, it just makes you put on a jacket and get out there into the bracing cold.
It's what you got to do, isn't it? But I have to say, I like the jukebox behind you. You're treating us tonight.
Do you know, I just thought that you do, especially when it's interviews where it's the kind of distance thing, you don't want a plain background. So I thought, what have we got in the house that can add a bit of sparkle, a bit of colour, a bit of glamour?
I like it. And what else have you been up to? Because I know that you have been back gigging, which must be the best feeling again.
Well, during the lockdown, we done nothing but record. All we did was, via Zoom, we got chords together and done things. Oh, my wee AirPod fell out there. Hold on. I'll start that again if it's okay.
We want to keep that in. Okay, here we go. Take it away.
Okay. Right, I'll just answer that question again, so if it's all right with my earpods staying in this time. I think I've got the wrong shaped head.
I have the same problem. Honestly, my earpods fall out all the time.
Yeah, it's just like, I wonder what it's like for women when earrings are always falling off, and now I know what it's like. You're always like, oh, what? Hey, hold on. But anyway, yeah, so during lockdown, Wet done nothing but record. We were, in a way, forced into writing new songs. We've always loved the live side. We love going out on the road and doing all the live shows. But lockdown, there was no way of doing that, no way of getting together. So our communication became digital, over phones, over emails, over Zoom, and we just wrote songs, so just fired them out. So we have a new album. Hooray!
Yeah, we're so excited. It's out November the 5th. We cannot wait to check this out. We were just chatting to Graeme and he said, look out for Sunshine. That's the best song on there.
No, it's not. The best song is a song called Smile. Smile is the best song on that.
Oh, okay.
You can tell that Smile belongs to myself, and you can tell, that's why I'm saying that.
You've got to plug your own. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll be checking that out.
Yeah.
But it sounds wonderful. We can't wait to chat to you more about it. We're going to play out my favourite, Love Is All Around, which is from the Bridge to Liberation 75th anniversary concert from 2019. And we'll be catching up with Tommy after this.
I feel it in my finger, I feel it in my toes. The love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. It's written on the wind, it's everywhere I go. Oh, yeah, it is. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. Oh, yeah. You know I love you, I always will.
want to talk about your single, The Conversation, which is the second track released from the album, The Journey. Now, this was written in lockdown, wasn't it?
It was, like all the songs on the album, written in lockdown. So Graeme had the basic idea, sent it up, and then what you've got to do is try and imagine you're in a studio playing with everyone and try and make it sound like you're all in the same room. A very difficult thing to do. Recording is all about
I was going to say, that's quite tricky.
Well, recording's about capturing a moment. You can, like, if we go back and we say, Love Is All Around Us, we just played there, we recorded that maybe 3 times on the day, and then you choose what you think has got the best connection and emotion in it. And that's what happens in a room. You've got all these, human element, everyone in the room together, and something magical happens. Now, take us to the new album. No way of doing that. So we had to almost like inspire each other before the performance. So I was going to do drums, and then everyone would call and they would say, you should do this, you should do that. We'll try and lift it up, bring it down, and we'd try and make it into something that felt human and connected.
Yeah, no, it's just wonderful. And I've got to say, this is the coolest video. I'm loving this. Who idea was this?
It came from the video. The guy who made it, we basically approached someone and said, hi, we can't get together. We've only got mobile phones. How do we do this? And then each of us individually stood against the wall, acted like idiots, and sent it all down. And then it's his job to make us not look like idiots. I know, thankfully it works, but it's so disjointed and mad to the world just now. Thankfully, we've managed to get back up. Yeah, we've managed to get back on stage over the last little while, which has been the best thing ever.
Oh, wow.
And to play new songs. So we've actually had audiences, and there's been people there. You can look at the bass as it's happening, a guitar solo ripping, and feel joy again on that stage. It's been glorious over the last 3 months.
Yes, I know. I was just saying to Graeme that it's just for us as well to watch you guys, be back, and just that atmosphere. It's something you'll never take for granted again, right?
Yeah, right. So my thoughts over the last few years has been, right, so they can digitise almost anything these days. They can take a record and it's no longer a physical form. It's now floats in the ether and people just press a button and there it is. But there's one experience they can't take away, and it's a live gig. You can't manufacture that in a computer. You can't digitise it. You have to be there to experience it. And thankfully, it's the bit, when I was 14, it's the thing that inspired me to want to be in a band in the first place. This feeling you get on stage, connected with people.
Yeah, it's like no other.
I know, like no other. It's a unique thing. So being live is probably my favourite place on the planet. He says, as his earpod falls off again.
Yes.
God damn it!
As he said, this is your second favourite place to be on Zoom, so we're liking that. But we want to remind everyone to get hold of The Conversation. It is out now. We're going to play the video because it's one of my favourites. I love this. So here it is, The Conversation by Wet Wet Wet. Make sure you get hold of it, and we will see you after.
Let's just talk about the weather. Let's be in it together. Your expectations are all in the way. Take them a walk in the park. Put them in the dark. You're still dragging a ball and a chain. Everything's up in the sky. Empty promises and lies. They'll steal your money, and if they see you smile, they'll come by and steal your peace of mind. They'll steal your nighttime, and they'll steal your sunlight. If they could, they'd steal your life. Let's start by looking in the mirror. It's time to reconsider all you've been doing most of your life. Let's just pretend for a while we're back in the sunshine. No one's complaining, we're all in a mess. Everything's up in the sky. They'll steal your money, and if they see you smile, they'll steal your money. And if they see you smile, they'll come by and steal your peace of mind. They'll steal your nighttime, then they'll steal your sunlight. If they could, they'd steal your life. If they could, they'd steal your life. If they could, they'd steal your life. If they could, they'd steal your life.
Tommy, it's been great to have you here on the show. Now, I was coming to your gig at Portsmouth, but it's been postponed, hasn't it? For the third time, is that right?
Yep, this is now the third time that the logistics have got in the way. It's really, it comes down to the same thing that's happening with petrol, the same thing that's happening with the supermarket. So we're sitting there and we have all the venues there. Some of the venues hadn't even reopened the theatres, and we found that people were saying, is this going ahead, is it not going ahead? And then we phoned the companies and say, we need 8 trucks. Oh, sorry, we can get you 4. Right, well, we need crew, we need lights. Sorry, there's a logistical problem with that. And it just became an absolute nightmare. So, a big meeting, I sit down and say, if we can't put on the best show we can't go out on the road. We've still got a lot to prove, I think. We take great pride in our live concerts, and we just didn't want to go out half-baked, so we'll have to postpone it, that's all.
Right, okay, so we will keep everyone informed on the show here of
Yes.
when the dates do come back, because we can't wait for that. But we want to remind everyone to firstly get hold of your album, which is out now. Have a spit of Coke as well. Go for it. It is just Coke. We just like to point that out, wouldn't we?
Yes, it's Coca-Cola. It's simply something to keep my vocal cords moist at the moment, that's all. There's no Jack Daniels involved in this, nothing illicit.
Just to confirm. So yes, your album, The Journey, is out now. We're going to put details on the screen below of how you can get hold of that. And your single, The Conversation, Just Wonderful, is also out now. But this has been a real treat to have both Graeme and yourself on the show. Kevin Sim came on the show a while back, and that was wonderful as well. So I feel like we're finally getting complete here.
Do you know, it's just nice to just connect to people, and especially if we're talking about music again. Instead of talking about cutting your grass and looking out the window every day, now we actually have a little bit of real life coming back again. It's great.
We like a bit of real life, but we like cutting the grass as well. But it's good to have real life and connect with you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thank you very much for having me. All right, Hayley?
It's a real pleasure. It's Tommy from Where everyone.
My love is taking a tumble. My love is taking a tumble, yeah. My love is taking a tumble. But I'm still standing, yeah. If you only love me like you used to do. Woo, sweet little mystery. It makes me try, yeah. Stick it with me. Try, 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 try. One more time. Try, 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 try.
A huge thank you, Tommy and Graeme from Wet, Wet, Wet. What a show it has been. A real treat and honour here on tonight's show. Now, thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It really is so appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. And we're going to leave you with Saturday night Song of the Week.
Hi, we're Galaxy Thief and you're watching the Hayley Palmer Show. This is our brand new single which is all about forgiveness and letting things go. It's called Free. We hope you enjoy.
Been thinking a lot lately, the way things used to be without you. Changing behaviors, watch every word you say, tread between the eggshells that you lay. Explain myself at every turn, answers raised but questions never learned. Set it free, what are we made of? Forget the past, leave it all behind. Lost our way, path is faded. Forgive the ones that occupy our minds. Confined to every trend, the past is present till the